All right. I think we're here. Test one, two, three. Guys, I'll say hello.
Hello, hello.
All right.
Hello.
And John. Wait, what's going on?
There we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Freaking me out there.
Uh-huh.
Whew. All right, let's start the show. Hey, everyone. It's Boss Rush, episode 11. We got a lot to talk about today. We've got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We've got Pokemon Let's Go. We got Fallout 76, Red Dead, and more to talk about. And we've got a new game show to play, and some interesting stuff has happened on the show that we will get to in a second. But first, with me is Matt from Biff and Pop, going left to right.
what's going on?
Also, Jason from downstab.com.
Hello.
I like that post there. I think that's going to be the button. Oh, also, man,
Oh,
we have to
great.
go back to Matt and John from Ad Hot Fire.
Oh, fantastic.
That's me. Jason stole my finger things, so now I
Oh,
don't know what to
sorry.
do. Now I don't know what to do with my hands.
You can do it too. It's okay.
These are just element chats on the side. How are you guys
Perfect.
doing?
Good, and thank you for immortalizing my Wolverine comment. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that that's going to last forever now.
Yep.
So thank
You're welcome.
Mhm.
I'm
Like,
still trying to
gosh.
find that first Wolverine Marvel issue.
Made
Hey,
by
it is
Stan Lee, I'm
you. It's
pretty
not
sure.
Stan Lee.
Yep.
Yeah.
My gosh.
So Matt, have you done any brushing up on Stan Lee's work since we last did the show?
I mean, I know a lot of Stan Lee's work. I just guessed the wrong thing right off the bat.
He's never going to let it go. So
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I thought I was taking the easy route. I was like, oh, yeah, Wolverine. That's definitely one. Turns out it wasn't, obviously. Now it's immortalized, so we know that. And then I was like, no, then we'll get to we'll leave the easier ones for a little later on. But that backfired. So here we are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that man without the belt. But otherwise, how have you been?
Good, man. Everything's good. Yeah, not doing a whole lot. Playing another show this weekend with my 60s rock and roll cover band.
Oh, nice.
And
Cool.
yeah, just
Spoilers,
getting
not
ready.
actually formed in the 60s.
Yeah,
Mm.
Mm.
All 60
Time
year olds,
travel.
though, including you?
yes.
Combined age. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and other than that, just getting ready for Christmas and all that. So
Great.
it's busy time of year.
Oh, I hear you. Jason, how about you? What's going on?
Yeah, same. Really just getting ready for Christmas. We got our decorations up. We ordered most of our gifts. Things are wrapped. So it's coming around. It's pretty exciting.
All right. And you, John, what's going on?
I put up Christmas decorations at my house for the first time at my house.
Oh.
Yes. They're not great, but they're Christmas decorations.
So this has been an ongoing thing between Steph and I, where I grew up in a house where we're pretty apathetic towards decor, particularly around Christmas time. There are a number of years where we didn't even put up a tree, like whatever, we don't care. Steph's family is
Mhm.
really big into tradition and protocol and decor, and so we've run into a couple situations where like she really wants me to also be on board with how stuff looks and like, hey, do you like this particular decoration? Do you like these lights shining snowflakes animating down the house or whatever? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's gonna look better than what it was before, but like, I'm just not that into it.
Mm. I don't
Hey,
know.
to
Like,
each his own.
yeah. Like, we don't put up a lot of stuff, but I think the tree for us is all I really like to see. So
Mm.
that's all you need, I guess. Whatever works for you.
Our tree's pretty dope. We do have that Shaquille O'Neal ornament that I put on Instagram a couple of weeks ago.
It's
and
fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good
it's
one.
so good.
I hope
Uh,
that's the only ornament on the tree.
Oh, it should be.
Yeah.
No,
He's
we-
got 50 of them. They're all over.
It's a life-size Shaquille O'Neal ornament that's just hanging off the side of his tree.
The tree just bends to one side.
Yeah.
Have you
Uh,
guys seen the Shaquille O'Neal statue at the Lakers arena?
No.
I guess Jason would be the best one. So they have a
Never
bunch
went,
of
no.
statues for the different players. Shaquille O'Neal's is actually that dunking pose, and it's hanging from a side of a wall.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I've
awesome.
I've seen Jordan's in Chicago where he's doing that pose. That one's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to see that in person. The Chicago branch of my company is like a half an hour away from the arena, and every time I've been there, I'm like, I need to get out there to go see the statue, and it hasn't happened yet for me. But someday,
Yeah,
someday.
it's not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. So.
Yeah.
Literally, it's a statue.
Yeah. I just mean the Bulls. They're on the bottom. I think the Raptors are in first place.
Yeah,
though,
we
aren't
are
they? Yeah,
first
there you go.
place. Didn't even need
All right.
Kawhi Leonard to beat the Clippers the other night.
No,
I know Kyle Lowry scored a point this game, so that was good.
What do you mean he scored half his points?
Yeah.
He played a game where he didn't even score 1 point recently.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, I want to see you try and play basketball.
Hey man, I think I could score 1 point. I don't know.
I mean,
Might
if you
be
just
Oh, this. Can we get this? Can we somehow figure out how to get Matt into the NBA and see if he can score 1
oh
point?
man.
This is a Disney
I mean,
or Hallmark movie.
I have contacts, but I don't know if I can actually make this. I have been on the Raptors basketball court twice. The
Nice.
first time was in the early 2000s. Do you guys remember the End One mixtape tour?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, I actually played in the open run at the ACC.
that's
They do.
amazing.
Wow.
ESPN has footage of me somewhere, and I remember like, oh, I really need to see this episode where I'm on it, and they cut me out completely.
Oh,
Their loss.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the second time was I was actually chosen to play like during one of the timeout games. So we played I think it was called Fast Money, where they put you in the phone booth like thing and they swirl money around.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Excellent.
yeah, I can't remember how much I got, but it was like, if you hit this 3-point shot, you will get double the money. And I took the shot. It was like right on line, and it just skimmed the front of the rim.
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That'd have been so cool.
So yeah, that was probably the closest I'll ever be to playing in the NBA.
It's closer
I
than
sang
I
the national anthem once on the Raptors court, but not for the Raptors. It was for, I believe it was a college basketball game.
Okay.
Yeah, they played at the ACC, and I got to sing the anthem for it, so that was fun.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't fall or trip or forget the lyrics or anything.
Mm.
Which is a shame because you
I
being
know.
immortalized on Sports Center would have been fantastic for me.
Like
Mhm.
that girl that slips on the ice.
You could have been
Uh,
in the not top 10 for many weeks.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh man, there are so many sporting like I love. Oh man. Okay, I was gonna talk about the failed marriage proposals at the sporting events, but
Yes.
Oh,
last year during a Houston Rockets basketball game, it was actually like before the game. They had the camera in like one of the aisles, and there was this couple. They were holding hands, and then they see the camera, and all of a sudden they let go of their hands and like divide apart from each other. Like, oh, you guys were. What's going on here?
Oh, you were supposed to see that.
Yeah, you were
no one's
supposed
supposed
to see
to see that. Yeah.
Yep.
They both got divorced minutes later
Yeah.
Yeah.
from their respective partners.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we weren't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm totally gonna use that picture as the cover photo for this section 1, the intro of the show. But I think we have talked enough about sporting event fails and basketball and Christmas stuff. Let's get to game stuff. Jason, what are you playing?
You know what? I actually have it right here. I was ready.
Whoa.
I know. Whoa. I got Smash. So I got it the day it came out. Really excited. I've been playing it pretty much every day, but only getting a couple hours in here and there. But I mean, so far so good. I think I was never like super duper into Smash, but I think it's really fun. And yeah, I don't know. I guess the word is out that it's really, really great. I think everyone likes it. I heard there were some tournaments that already happened for like the diehard fans.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it's going to pick up and be great. I'm just happy I finally unlocked my main, who is Ike from Fire Emblem. So
Nice.
he's amazing. I remember a lot of people were, before the game came out, were a little upset, if you will, or concerned that you had to unlock all the characters because you start with the first 8 from the original game and you have to unlock the other literal 69 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's a lot. And I don't know, it's been really fun though. Like on average you get like a new character challenge battle every 10 minutes. And so it's really fun. It makes you want to play again. Like, oh, who's the next one? Who's the next one? And as far as I can tell, it's pretty random who you get. Not sure if it's determined by who you are.
Oh, it's not random at all.
Never mind.
People have broken the code on
That's
how
what
to
I've,
do
yeah,
it.
I've seen videos online. Yeah.
So I will
gotcha,
I will
gotcha.
show this on camera. I mean, you can't see it, but depending on which character you play as, you will unlock the next person in the sequence. So if you start as Yoshi, you will always unlock Lucario, and then if you play as Lucario, you'll unlock Marth, who then unlocks Ryu, who then unlocks so on and so forth.
Ah, gotcha.
So there's 8 different branches based on who you pick. But then there's also other logic if you don't play it that way.
Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess what I was thinking more so was like it didn't seem like playing as Samus unlocked Dark Samus. It was just like random something.
Yes.
But you could also get people from the Spirit mode. You can get them that way too. And that mode's pretty legit. I think it's fairly easy, like all things considered, but it's fun, and it's the exact same reason why, because I want to keep playing to see like what other character will be represented, and so that's been pretty cool. Also, there's some freaking hard challenges in there. So like I don't know, it'll be something like you need to fight a Mii fighter dressed up as Toad along with Isabelle, but like they always grab weapons before you can or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's fun. And like seeing all the challenges that makes you use other characters, it really makes you play the game as opposed to just being like, I want to be Ike all the time. You have to play other characters. And I think that's good. The only critique I have so far was the online experience was dreadful. So there was so much lag, and like I just jumped into a regular Smash, which was 1v1v1v1, so 4 players, and I mean like you're moving like inches at a time, and it was rough.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, so I did win, which was random. I think it was just because of the random lag, but it was rough. And so I know Jet and I talked about playing at some point. So hopefully with a good connection, we'll get there, because all it takes is one bad connection and the game's kind of ruined.
Mhm.
But we'll see. So yeah, so far so good. I think for the new characters, I really have been enjoying King K. Rool. He's a fun character to play as. And I think because of that, and my main being Ike, I think I tend to favor the heavy characters a lot more than the other ones. But still, I like Falcon punching people to death. That's always really satisfying.
Okay.
And then being not super pro or anything, like I always play with weapons on and items. I think they're fun. I'll play every level. It's all worth it. And the music is amazing. I love gaming music, and they have hundreds of tracks that are super awesome. So something for everyone.
Okay. I'm going to have some hard counters with you on some of the stuff here. So about character unlocking stuff, I hate it.
Mhm.
I hate it.
Oh, no.
Hate it. As a fighting game, like, and I mean, you play fighting games too, but like, I'll unlock costumes, I'll unlock music, I'll unlock stages. The one thing I don't want to do is unlock characters, because as a fighting game player, I get fun from playing the characters that I want to play as. And by artificially gating off the characters I want to play, you're forcing me to not have fun. Like, I don't want to play King K. Rool or any other number of characters other than the ones I want to play, at least at this point in time. And so the process of going through, like, even with the chart, like, I didn't even know about it while I was streaming, and Randy was like, you can get to Ryu if you do this. So I did that, which was great because now I have my character. But like the process of going through and unlocking all of them, like I've been playing classic mode, and classic mode is fun, but knowing that I'm doing this just to get the characters versus I'm playing this to have a good time is really dragging me down.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
And also, I've only played online against my brother, and granted, my brother lives down the street, like he's not that far from me, and the connection worked great, but I am going to assume that with people farther away, it's not going to work as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I will say though, the game looks great. The amount of music in there is crazy, and the level of detail that they go to reference and celebrate the source material is insane in this game.
Yeah,
the fact
it's true
that Ken can pull off Evo Moment 37 in this game was like above and beyond what they had to do. I love the themed classic modes. So when you play Ryu's, the first match is against Ken, and then there's a fight against Blanca, which happens in like a Donkey Kong jungle stage, and you're fighting against Green Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it's cute.
With the Blanca music, it's so cute, and there's just lots of little touches all over the game.
One that I really, really liked, and it's reminded me because I see him here, when I was playing as Marth, like from Fire Emblem, and I think his classic mode was like Battle of Dragons. So you fight like Ridley and like Yoshi, other dragons, but then the last fight you do before the boss is against Corrin, like both Corrins from Fire Emblem, because they're both dragons, and so I was like, oh, it's so clever. So they do stuff like that, and then instead of like Master Hand being the end battle for some people, you fight like legit bosses.
Mhm.
So like Link fights Ganon, and I thought it was kind of cool. Like he's not a character in the game, like Ganondorf is, but like yeah, like legit Ganon, you have to attack his tail, and like all these like strategies you would implement from Ocarina of Time. It's all in there. So I thought, oh, that's really really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm only a few hours in, but I'm really enjoying it. Otherwise, I mean, once I get past the grinding to unlock the characters, I think I will have a much better time. But so far, it's great. And also, shout outs to Chris and Rachel from Double Jump. As you can see, we're using their video right now. We've cut a deal so that any sort of games we're playing that they're also playing, we can use their stuff. So thank you to Chris and Rachel for that. I know, like, I'd have them on the show all the time, but scheduling them on is really tough. So there's one way to have them on.
Fair enough.
And hopefully
It's like they're here in spirit.
Yeah, in spirit. Hopefully we get them on the next episode where we are doing our Game of the Year Spectacular. Fingers crossed. I will do everything I can to get them on here.
And technically, Chris is still the champion.
Yes.
I don't give up the belt.
Yeah,
Two belts.
not. Yeah, we talked about it on. They were streaming. Was it Monday? And I told her about the whole situation, so she knows. she will be ready.
Okay, now I'm scared.
You should be.
Yeah. What else are you playing, Jason? And
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, still playing Fallout 76. I've only played it like once since Smash came out because I've just been working a lot. But no, it's still good. And like I don't know, I'll still like every now and then like Laura will play like a Spotify playlist, or it'll come on iTunes like one of the songs, and it just makes me think of the game and how like it reminds me of stuff. And like I wish the game were better. And so I think that if we were to do like a Game of the Year awards like show, if there was like a most disappointing game, it would definitely be Fallout 76. But I don't know, like it's just the fact that I'm like lost for words just makes me feel really bad about it. But I think that it could be good, and I've been following the Reddit a lot for it, and people are offering some really awesome suggestions that maybe Bethesda will do, but they probably won't. But I mean, we'll see. I think that the game would benefit from a bit more like TLC in terms of storytelling. And I think that if they took away some of the restrictions, like where you can place your camps, and then your weight limit again, and then the amount of crappy stuff you get before you get really good stuff, I think that would make the game a bit better. Basically kind of stripping away some of the MMO aspects of it and making it an actual Fallout game. I think that might be what the game needs. That being said, it still looks gorgeous, like you can see from the trailer here, and like that world alone is like worth exploring. So I think that if you're going to play for anything, it would be just to experience that, but you have to trudge through a lot of crap to get there. So we'll see.
So last week when you and I were streaming Overwatch and I asked you some pointed questions about Fallout 76, you seemed a little more upbeat about it then than now. What happened?
Well, perfectly honest, I had played it like right before we had streamed. But I think that just sitting back on it and thinking about it more, I'm just thinking, do I really want to keep playing? And the answer is yes. Like I really do want to, but I think that it's been, I think 17 or 18 hours that I've played so far in the game. And I feel like I've done very little. And I also don't know what else to do. And so like, I'll see people that are level like 70 and I'm like, how are you level 70? And so like, as I'm trying to explore places to do more stuff, like I'm just getting annihilated. So I wonder if I'm hitting a kind of wall where I need to play with other people in order to get better gear to play the game, more. And like, I don't want to play with people I don't know. So it's just, maybe that's what's getting to me. But it's still fun. And like, I would still keep going back to it.
Well, Bethesda did say that you can play the whole thing without playing with people.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I just think it'll be a little tough because I know like to get the better weapons and stuff, like the plans to make them, you have a better chance if you're playing with someone else because you would share them. So that could make a difference. But then the little nitpicks here and there are also what kind of digs away at it. So we'll see. Sure. I mean, I think if I were to rate the game on a scale of like 1 to 10, it would be at least a 5, maybe a little bit more. But since I'm hoping the game will grow within the year that's going to be out, it eventually can get up there to an actual quality game.
I'm just taking Bethesda at their word because, as we all know, Bethesda never lies about anything. So.
Never.
I mean, that PS3 version of Skyrim runs fantastic, right?
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah,
longer
I
you
played
play it,
Skyrim on my watch earlier, so you know.
Mm. I wonder if that'll be happening one day. It
I
probably
don't
will.
know. Give them time. I'm sure it'll happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Matt, John, have you? Well, I mean, I was gonna say asking you if you guys, like, how do you? I know you've played Fallout before, and were you planning on picking up Fallout 76 before any of the stuff happened?
So I don't know, Johnny. Do you want to take it, or do you want me to take it?
Mine's a real quick answer. Like, to be honest, I wasn't even, I didn't know a lot about the game when it first even got announced, and I really had no interest. I'll be honest with you. I've seen some of the videos and that, and it's just to me, it's another game that's going to take up more time, and I've already got a bunch of games on the go that I want to, get through, and maybe eventually, but right now it's just not on my radar.
I mean, it could be one of those games too, where in a year it's a lot better, like No Man's Sky, for instance, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, I was excited for it. I mean, anytime I hear about new Fallout, I'm excited. But I heard it was multiplayer. I heard it was online, and then that was tempered a little bit. And then once I started hearing the sort of preliminary reviews about it, I wasn't going to get it on day one. I knew that. I was going to wait a little bit, and then literally it was just a flood of just negativity, negative reviews, people saying they didn't like it. And then I went, maybe I'll wait a little bit. And, I think, I don't know. I mean, knowing how I play and the things that I like, I might, I might play it. I might get something out of it. But from everything I've heard, I don't know. Maybe I think I'll wait. Maybe they make it a bit better. I don't know. But, I don't know. I got Xenoblade and Ni no Kuni waiting. I got way too much going on.
Yeah, I think your point about the game taking up a lot of time, John, it makes a lot of sense. Like, that really is probably the big issue. You have so many better games that you could play. But I mean, that being said, like, I still feel like the game can offer really quality moments. Like, the things that stand out most, when I was talking to Jet before on the Overwatch stream, like small things will happen, or like little interactions will occur if you like read the prompts for them and then like go explore this one specific place. Or like if you actually maybe get into a character and think like, I'm a survivor here, like I don't want to die, as opposed to thinking, if I die I'll respawn. Like if you like kind of role play it, it actually is like, it could be really fun and very atmospheric. And so I think that's what Bethesda should leverage more of and push for that, as opposed to the gameplay aspect that also kind of sucks. Like they should make the atmosphere, which is the best part, just take off. And that's what makes Fallout. Like it's all about atmosphere. So I think they have that right and going in the right direction. Just keep going.
Well, further to your point of sort of what makes Fallout, I enjoy a lot of, and again, this is the same complaint that a lot of people have, is the no NPCs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was a huge part of it. I know it's kind of half and half with the NPCs and then the game and the area and the places you explore.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like from what I've heard, and again, I haven't played it, you could probably talk more about it, but interacting with terminals all the time and reading everything, I don't know. I feel like not really my style. Like I enjoyed interacting with the people in Fallout 4, specifically in Fallout Vegas, for sure, New Vegas. But
no, you're absolutely right. I think that like the point I was just saying, like you need to read those things to get there, but like people aren't going to do that because it's not fun to read green and black text like all the time. And again, to getting back to what I talked about with Jet on the stream, there are like definitive factions that are in the world, but like in other Fallout games, but everyone is dead because it's Fallout 76. So I think that in the future it would be really cool to again explore the idea of the narrative aspect and push forward for that, and then maybe say something like, hey, the Brotherhood of Steel is coming to this town or coming to the area of Appalachia, like, and then there are actual NPCs that come into the game and now they are there. And then maybe also at the same time, one of the raider groups also comes in and now they are there. And then you can keep the same world, but now you actually have brought in NPCs and you've done it in such a way that it doesn't feel forced. Yeah, it doesn't feel forced. It follows the storyline. And then you actually feel like you came out of the vault. There was no one here. Oh crap, the world is awful, but people are still fighting for this land. What side am I going to take? Because then there's actual stakes and I actually care. And like, that would be really cool, but we'll see.
But that begs the question, like, do you need to do that with other people, or could you just go back and play Fallout 4 or
that's
Fallout New Vegas, right?
It's true. I agree. But I mean, like, I don't know. I want to play Fallout 76. So like, if I want them to do that. And yeah, we'll see.
I've always wondered, like, the last high-profile case of a game like this, No Man's Sky, where it came out and just wildly disappointed a whole bunch of people. And a year or two later, they put in all these updates to make the game better. Like, did they get their return on investment back on that extra work? Like, I know from a position of PR, they kind of had to save face where they promised all this stuff, and had they not gone back to try and fix things, maybe they wouldn't get any other work again. Like Bethesda, though, they're not necessarily in that position where this would completely tank the company. I think they could come back and say, hey, it's Skyrim 6 and we're just going to cut all the other stuff from Fallout 76 and make $1 billion again. And they could just, and maybe it makes more sense for them to just leave this game behind. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think they could. I think that would be really crappy for the people that have invested. But I think that Fallout will endure. So I think if you just made Fallout 5, like, not all will be forgiven, but at least you'll go into the right direction, and Fallout 76 will be a funny side story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's possible. Like, I don't think Fallout's going anywhere, even if this is a disaster. So I don't think it's going anywhere bad after that. It's still going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a tweet or something it was high up at Bethesda basically saying, like, don't worry, this will all be over soon, or something essentially along those lines. Like, we have more games coming. Like, I don't know what it was, but there was something like that. I mean, it wasn't quite worded like that, but and then with them at E3 as well, announcing, Skyrim, which is like what, 5-6 years off.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know what I mean? What's the point, right? So I mean, if they were all in on Fallout 76, they wouldn't be announcing Skyrim 6.
Yeah,
or whatever. True. You know what I mean?
Very
so,
true.
And that's the second game. I mean, there's a game before that has to be made.
That space game, right?
Yeah, the space one. Yeah. So I don't know.
Matt, you're just driving the dagger, and now you're
listen.
Back and
no, man. You know what? Like I said, if I started playing it, I'd probably enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, man. Like, it just seems, I don't know. I feel like it almost feels like Bethesda just wants to forget this one. Like, just let it do what it is and let people enjoy it. If they're enjoying it, they'll likely fix some things and they'll do some upgrades and stuff. But didn't they release an upgrade or a patch or something that was bigger than the actual game? Like,
they already released
after the game launched?
A couple multiple gigabyte patches already. So
so I don't know. I think a lot of people will have fun with it, but that's actually funny. So Jenna the Fool just commented and said, a coworker of mine called 76 a weird Fallout 4 mod.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's like, also, what if we modded it but took out all of the NPCs? Like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
that's okay. The next update for Fallout's going to be space.
Yeah, space Fallout.
Yeah, space Fallout.
Wow.
Well, you can stop ragging on my game.
No, you know what, man? Maybe it'll be like No Man's Sky. Maybe in 2 years we'll be sitting there going like, man, I can't believe it got so good. Right. This is exactly what we were waiting for.
History.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Hopefully. I'm going to pray.
Yeah, I will keep my fingers crossed for you. All right, let's bring up the mood a little bit. How about we talk about some Pokemon? This is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. There's an Eevee version as well. I'm playing the Pikachu version because I wouldn't say of course you play Pikachu, because I know there are a lot of Eevee fans out there. This is a remake of Pokemon Yellow. This got redone again with, I can't remember what I can't remember what they remade them into on the GBA, I think. But third time back in Kanto. It is the first time Nintendo has done a mainline Pokemon game on a home console. So a lot of people excited for that, though I know a lot of people not excited to go back to Gen 1. But I will say, like, I'm not the biggest... I haven't played Pokemon since the beginning. I've only played Pokemon X and Pokemon Ultra Moon before that. I like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu a lot, and it might be my favorite one of the bunch.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Why do you say that?
Jenna says, don't know if it's on my end, but it's a little framey right now. Yes, it is a little framey. I apologize. I've lowered it as low as I can go. I think it's just the internet in my area is a little rough right now, so apologies for that. But we chug along. It should be like it's at least still watchable, right? It's not like complete freeze frames. I've seen the bit rate like be low, but it hasn't completely stopped. So I don't think we'd have to stop or restart or anything. So
Good.
thank you for pointing that out. Where was I? Pokemon.
Yeah, why do you like this one the most?
Oh, I like how it looks. I like the mostly straightforward story. I think it's easy for me to follow. I felt like Pokemon Ultra Moon got really weird really fast, and all of a sudden
It did.
we're jumping through portals. And I think the thing I hated about the story was like you're traveling through portals, and then you fight this like mythical Pokemon, and then you beat it, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, okay, now you got to finish up the challenges and beat the game, and like, wait, but the best part of the game just happened. How are you? What? So I felt the pacing was
those
kinda
challenges are all bonus. They're not
Yeah.
part of the regular game.
and I really hated the petting and the feeding of the Pokemon aspect of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, yes, it was
Mhm.
really cute for the first 5 minutes, but then having to do it every half hour to every Pokemon in your party, and just like, well, Tyranitar wants me to rub it on its belly, and I have to feed it the purple things, and now let's go over to Sandshrew, and this one wants to get petted on its head for like 3 minutes, and then I feed it the purple one.
Oh wow.
Like, oh, it was exhausting. And like you kind of had to do it in order to get their stats up and like heal them from. Oh, that's the other thing. It's not just petting. Like it's this Pokemon got poisoned.
never
I
just
have
petting.
to use the dousing
Yeah.
wand, and this other one has like hair stuck or fur all over it, dirt, and you have to brush that off before you pet. Like, oh, it was infuriating. And in this one, it's just
Yeah.
like an optional thing. You can play with Pikachu. It's really cute. It doesn't hurt you to not do it. So, and like
Mhm.
your Pikachu or your Eevee is like crazy good to start, and it just makes it better if you do pet it and play with it. But
Yeah.
the other thing you can do is your secondary like you can take a Pokemon from your party and have it walk behind you. So if you have an Onix behind you, you're actually riding on top of it. Or if it's Snorlax, Pikachu, and your Pokemon are like hugging onto its chest as it walks. And so there's just
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
so
of neat
cute.
little
That's pretty
touches
good.
like that.
Mm.
And I just beat the Elite Four last night, so done that main campaign. There's still a Mewtwo to catch if I so choose, but otherwise, like I really enjoyed Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah. I mean, from what the little that Laura's played too, like I think the thing that stands out to me most, it's visually like really amazing. Like it looks really cool. It's really fun. The gameplay is super slow, but I think if you just sit back and it's a good game to watch, I guess is what I'm saying. So a good game that you could stream.
Yeah,
Yeah, very enjoyable and so much nostalgia if you've played them before. I also can't believe you haven't played another Pokemon game. So
I am a late bloomer with Pokemon.
yeah.
Like
Well, you picked a good one. So
otherwise, Jason, do you have plans to pick this one up or play it at some point? I know it's in your house, so
yeah, we have it. I mean, yes, but I think I've played Gen 1 3 times already, so I don't know if I really want to.
okay.
But I mean, got it because it's an amazing looking game, and like, I mean, it's Pokemon, so we gotta have it. But I don't know, maybe if I'm looking for anything else on the Switch, maybe I will. But side note, I did buy Into the Breach. I haven't played it yet, so we'll see.
Okay,
But to be continued for some other day.
all right, great. I've got the B-roll. I don't have it hooked up to the Stream Deck right now, so I would have been very mad.
Don't mess it up. I haven't even touched it yet. I just downloaded it.
Okay. Matt, John, do you guys have any interest in Pokemon at all?
I love it. Secretly, I love Pokemon.
It's so fun.
It is. It's like Harvest Moon. Like, you know what I mean? You don't really admit it, but then you can binge it for hours and hours and hours. I had a question.
Moon.
There you go. See?
Ooh.
Nice.
I had a question though about it. I heard that if you buy the Pikachu version, if you buy the Eevee version, you can catch Pikachus in the Eevee version in the wild. But if you buy the Pikachu version, you can't catch an Eevee in the wild.
Huh.
You have to rely on trading.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
That's probably
I
why
think
I
it's-
didn't run
yeah.
into Eevee.
It's possible. I mean, they would do that with all the Pokemon games where you couldn't catch certain ones, and I know it's like that in this one too. But I mean, you do have the option with Pokemon Go to transfer anything.
Yeah.
So I guess it shouldn't be too tough.
Yeah.
hmm
And I guess they have the version exclusives as well on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sandshrew or something like that. Yeah.
Other
I also
thing-
love Pokemon. So
Yeah.
I'll just throw that out there.
Okay, then I recommend you try it out. The one thing I should point out that's really bad about the game is the
Everyone
motion
dies at the
controls. No,
Shh, don't ruin it.
So they've changed the way that you catch Pokemon in this game. You're not fighting a Pokemon, whittling it down its health, and then throwing a Pokeball at it. It is now pretty much the Pokemon Go capture mechanic, where there's a Pokemon and it's on screen, it's moving around, and you're throwing Pokeballs at it. The problem is, if you're playing it on your TV in docked mode, you're using the motion controls to like flick your wrist and throw the ball. But the motion controls are really bad. So if any
little
Pokemon
funky.
is anywhere other than straight in the middle, it is a nightmare trying to throw the ball off to the side. Like, I have no idea what the game wants me to do when try to throw it this way. Like, you'll throw it and then it goes straight, or it'll go the other way, or it'll hit the floor. It's horrible. You can get through it, but it's not great. I think the way to play at least that part of the game is in handheld mode, where you can just aim it by tilting the console and then you press a button to throw it, and that was a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a little weird. Very, very different.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I had a lot of fun playing Pokemon Let's Go, and I would recommend it to you guys, especially since you've all admitted that you are fans of Pokemon. So
Yeah,
definitely give it a shot.
What
I think
are
the last
your-
one last one I played was, I think, Omega Ruby on 3DS.
3DS.
Yeah.
What are your favorite Pokemon?
Oh man.
I can go first. I think
Okay.
I always felt very passionate towards Gengar from Gen 1. I liked him
Okay.
a lot. He's soft and cuddly looking, even though he's a ghost and probably isn't soft.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
It doesn't even need to be like for practical reasons. It could be Snorlax because he's fat or something.
I do like Snorlax. I like what's the one? Oh, I played through a whole game using what's the Oddish transformation or evolution?
Oddish,
Vileplume?
Gloom, and Vileplume.
Yeah.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Then it's a grass type, and it was like super overpowered in one of the games. Oh, I don't know. I can't think of it. Shroomish? No.
Shroomish? That's a Pokemon.
Is there an evolution of that? Or is it
Uh,
an evolution?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
man, I can pull up my Pokemon Go. And
Yeah, it's,
awesome.
yeah,
Which
it's
makes it a thing.
you were talking not Oddish, right?
No.
Oh, I can't remember now. Here we go.
The little
guys.
guy has like drool coming out of his mouth.
Oh, that's Gloom. Gloom has drool coming out of his mouth.
Yeah,
It's
Gloom has drool.
That's the
Yeah.
guy. Like, anyway, I
Okay.
just for some reason I remember that one.
and Vileplume.
Yeah, Gloom is cool. Gloom's like always asleep.
Yeah.
Well, it's like- yeah, that's him.
I just remember because he was always drooling. It was great.
Yeah. What about you, John?
Abra, 100%.
Abra,
Ah.
so cool.
yeah,
Abra
just the
was-
evolutions was great.
Yeah. Abra was the first Pokemon I remember in the first game thinking like this guy's a little jerk because he would always teleport away.
You
Yeah.
couldn't
Oh,
catch,
made
yeah,
me so
exactly.
mad. Yeah. I
He
finally
was
got-
also the
yeah.
final Pokemon in Pokemon Snap. Just throwing that out there.
Oh really? Well, I don't remember that.
Flying in space, you need to pop the bubbles around him and everything.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
the worst part about that is that you actually made it to the end of Pokemon Snap.
You talk about this. I love Pokemon Snap.
I know I've beaten it. I just don't remember it. So-
Also, you can't beat a Pokemon whose evolutions are Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam.
Yes, you can. It's the best. Or
Yeah.
Machop.
Matcha. I also like Trubbish, the garbage Pokemon. That one's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Oh, that's so dumb.
What?
It's just a
Awesome. I
garbage
love
bag
it.
with eyes.
I think it's cute. I like how his evolved form. He just got bigger and the bag burst open. So it's great. I think it's really funny. What about Vanillish, the ice cream one? And then all the evolutions are just another scoop of ice cream on top of it.
Yeah. That was-
It's like muck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Muck is just sludge.
It's
Yeah.
just a pile of muck.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at some point they just run out of ideas, right? Like the
Yeah.
ice cream one.
Chandelure.
Let's just add more ice cream.
See, I felt like they ran out of ideas around like I don't know, like Crystal and whatnot, and then they added like 300 more Pokemon. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's pretty crazy.
Well,
Jet,
the
what's your
world was
favorite?
missing 300 more Pokemon.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Jet, what's your favorite?
I don't know. I love Snorlax a lot. It's part. He hangs out in the house all the time.
I
for
would never have guessed.
for sentimental reasons, I'm a big fan of Lucario, who carried my team in Pokemon X, where all my Pokemon were trash except for him, and he carried me through that game.
Yeah, he was pretty OP in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I played a little bit of Smash as well, but we already talked about that. So let's move over to Matt and John. Are you guys still playing?
19.
Are you still playing Red Dead?
Yeah, how's your beard growing simulator?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Now that I figured out how to grow it, it's great.
Yeah.
Johnny, did you beat it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh God, I beat it yesterday.
Congratulations.
Before we move on to Red Dead, Jenna says, "I wonder what the salary is of the people that conceptualize Pokemon."
Too much
Too much. They're all
at this point.
They're not all winners, but there's some good ones here and there.
Have you
It's a
guys
good job,
seen?
though.
Have you guys seen the origins of Snorlax? By the way,
No,
Yeah, it's some developer who always like slept, isn't it?
amazing.
well, it's
Come
also.
on.
Let me pull up a picture of the guy. I do have here. Okay. Where's the browser button on this? Here.
Please tell me he's amazing.
Oh, there he is. Look at that.
I can't tell
mean-
if that's racist or like I can't tell. Like
No, it's
just looks
it's
like
good. Yeah.
Like, imagine living life as the man who inspired Snorlax.
well, it was either him or the guy from Austin Powers that throws the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Aw.
Oh, you don't want to be the inspiration for the garbage bag Pokemon.
That's true.
Or
That's
Mark.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's worse Pokemon to be inspired by. Oh, did you also see the little meme for sorry, more about Snorlax, for like how all of Snorlax's pixel art from the games are just him like struggling to stand up, and then finally in like one of them he's finally standing, because in the first game he's like laying, then he's like kind of on his side, then he's like kicking his legs up, then he's like halfway up, and then he makes it. It took him like 20 years to stand up.
Wow.
Anyways, Red Dead.
Red Dead.
No,
Yeah.
I have not beat it yet, Matt.
Okay, well, you need to get on that because it's really, really good. It's so long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I think I told you guys in our chat thing. It's like the credits are 40 minutes long, and you have to watch them because there's story in them.
Hmm.
It's nuts. But I know I picked Spider-Man as my game of the year earlier on,
Mhm.
but I think at this point, like after playing it, getting through it, I think I got to switch to Red Dead for
Oh.
sure.
He's spoiling our game of the year show again.
Oh,
Or he's throwing it up in the air and you don't know what
Well,
he's
I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
Okay.
Because I'm not through playing all the DLC for Spider-Man yet. So there's still one left, and the story's getting pretty good in that as well. So I don't know. It's tight. It's in the running. It's tight right now. But I'll tell you right now, man. Just the scope of Red Dead, it's unreal. There's so much to do, and even now, and it's not really spoilers, but after you beat the game proper, there's 2 epilogues, which are another probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. And then after that, it's basically free roam, and you can just go around and do whatever you want and finish up missions and finish up, collections and hunting and fishing and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I can't even imagine what it would take to 100% this game. Like, I've been playing it. I think I've got easily over, I don't know, 70, 75 hours into it.
Mhm.
And I'm at like 80%.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But just the attention to detail and everything. And even so, at the New Austin's in the game, like the whole area for the original Red Dead Redemption, the entire area is there with all the towns and everything. And you don't even go there during the main story.
Wow.
Wow. It opens up like
the
after
whole
you
game
beat
and
it.
never even see it. Yeah.
Huh.
No, it's there. You could go there if you wanted to.
Wow.
Just the main story never takes you there. So you could go exploring and find it, but you don't have to go there. And it's literally the entire size of the original Red Dead.
Jeez.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's wild. It's really, really cool. Johnny, I don't want to actually, you don't want to spoil it, but I'm trying to get an idea of like how much more you have to go.
I think I'm on the
Which
fourth
chapter?
chapter or 5th chapter.
Okay, so you're getting to the end there, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
With a
don't
sweet
see-
beard.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, one of my complaints was that it was really slow, and it does kind of plod along a little bit. I do think that it could have been a little bit faster at certain points, but as you kind of get through it and you sort of experience the game as a whole, it makes sense. Like the slow nature of the game kind of fits. Like there's very little fast travel, there's anything like that. So it's like everywhere you want to go, you have to ride, and it takes forever, and it kind of everything's really clunky. Like you don't move very easily, but it just kind of feels right the more you play it. So yeah, I think a lot of my complaints I had before are kind of going by the wayside as I've gotten through it. But
is it
that's
like
good to hear.
yeah, it's like immersive is kind of what you're saying with that play
it
style?
really is, yeah. Like I haven't beaten a game and then wanted to go back immediately to it like I have this. Actually, maybe with Spider-Man, but but
That's it. That's the game of the year. He's gonna switch again.
I don't know. I'm flip-flopping. But yeah, it's and now it's just literally there's not really much to do, just exploring and stuff. But I went, the other day and went back and went all through New Austin and just kind of went to the, like Armadillo and all these places that are really, famous in the first Red Dead, and they're totally different, and they're different under the context of this game. So, for instance, like they're not populated because certain things haven't happened yet or have happened, right? So, yeah, I could go on like literally. So I'll just stop. But yeah.
Wow. I still have not played it, but I went to a friend's house over the weekend and he was playing it. And so I saw him playing for like a minute or two. He had a PS4 Pro on his new 4K TV and it looked crazy.
Yeah.
And then he showed me there was like a dead deer on the ground and he did the skinning animation. I was like, whoa, this is insane. I was not ready for this level of detail. And the animation was so long.
Oh, and you can't skip it.
It's still going on right now.
Yeah.
And you can't skip it. It's not skippable.
You can smell the animation.
Somebody said that one of the complaints in the first game was that the skinning animation was too long, and you could skip it in the first game at one point, and now they've like literally doubled it, and you can't skip it. So I don't know if that's just a middle finger or whatever, but
I bet it is.
Great. I'm glad that you've turned the corner on it and that you're enjoying it and you've enjoyed it a lot. Like regardless of how I feel about the game, and like I haven't even played it yet. It still doesn't sound like something I want to play. I feel like I'll probably do it eventually for academic purposes when it's super cheap, but I'm glad that you have come around and are enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever played a game with as a total package like this, in terms of story, in terms of like immersion. It's really sort of like the ultimate, I think.
Yeah.
I think what Jet was trying to say was, if I had played it, game of the year.
Yeah. Now, speaking of, I'm glad that the Boss Rush, had I played it, Game of the Year, Return to Obra Dinn, did win a reward at that show.
Yeah.
So justified. And I actually saw a clip of that game in motion, and it looks even crazier. Like watching how it renders everything out. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been playing, Matt?
So I took your advice and got Celeste, and it is really, really good.
Hold on, wait. Tell me about another game first. Sorry, I should have rehearsed this before.
What else am I playing? Oh, I bought Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I haven't done too much of this yet. I think John, I think you're farther ahead in this. So spoilers, John and I are playing the same games practically all the time. So I think you're a bit further ahead of me, right?
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm not super far into, I mean, I'm about, I think I'm 25 or 20, level 25 or 26 or something like that at the moment. But I mean, the other day I'm walking around and there's a level 98 Tyrannosaurus Rex walking around. I'm like, okay, I have goals now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a lot. But once you sort of understand what you're doing and how to use the different characters, it becomes quite fun, actually. Switching in and out for different situations, and giving your teammates other characters to work with as well by unlocking these rare gems and that. It's actually quite in depth, and it gets a lot deeper than you think it's going to get. So I'm enjoying it a lot.
I've from the people that have played it, they seem to really like this game, and this doesn't look like my cup of tea, but yeah, for the people that have played it, I've only heard super positive things about it. So, otherwise,
as referenced by your title up at the top there.
Yeah, I don't know anything. Like, what is this game about even?
So
that's a good question.
From what I gather,
classic JRPG answer. What is this about?
yeah, it's kind of like a mishmash of things. So there's these things called Titans, and they're basically gigantic, planets, not planet, but like huge, like battleship-sized animals, and you kind of live on them, or people live on them, because the world has become inhabitable. And there's this thing called I think it's the life tree or the world tree or something, and a whole bunch of people live on that, and that sort of is, it's such a typical JRPG. Like I can't even. But yeah, so then you did like this. What you're seeing now, it looks like they're fighting in a forest, but this forest is actually like on the back of some gigantic animal. So. And again, I'm not really as far in as John. I that's basically all I know so far. And there's blades, and blades are basically these things like that you bond with, and they become people and they fight with you. I sound like I don't know a thing about this game. I have played it, I promise.
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty close. I mean, that's exactly right. You get blades. They're kind of like a special power partner almost, and they can heal, they can do different things that you need in certain situations. So knowing which one to use before a battle it becomes very important,
because it's element based and stuff like that too, right? So if you have a water blade, it's better against fire blades and vice versa. So
it's fun, and the thing is even though it's sort of very random at times, you just kind of want to keep playing it, which is, I'm not surprised because I'm enjoying it, but you just, even when I'm like, I'm done with this or I'm frustrated, I just, maybe I'll try again. So, yeah, I mean, that right there just is, okay, I'm interested, so I'll keep playing it, you know what I mean, until I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
100 hours later.
The other thing about it, too, is it's huge. Like each level is massive. And it's also their vertical levels as well. So you can climb to the top of something, and then so it's literally like having a 5-story house and all the floors are the same size.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like you can climb up, and and that's kind of one of the weird things about it is on your mini map, you'll have an objective or a place to go, and you don't know whether it's below you, above you, if it's on the same level as you. It'll
never
kind of
gets
hint
better.
at it. Well, I know. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
That is the one major gripe I have about this game is navigation. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
And you can fast travel too, which makes things a lot easier, but you don't necessarily know where to fast travel. So you get a marker and you're looking and it's like, oh, that's 5,000 feet away or whatever. And then you fast travel and now it's 200, and you're like, oh, I can get a little closer. And you fast travel and now it's 900, and you're like, I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
And then
also the fast travel, the map doesn't open up. It doesn't open up to where you are. It opens up to like the main table of contents page, and you have to navigate to where you are. It's like you think weird. If you just opened up your map, you would be where you are, but it doesn't work like that. So
yeah, a little oversight, I think, but it's overall. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but that navigation, man, you got to do something about that.
I admittedly know very little about this, but it looks really exciting already. Like a game I'd like to play.
Yeah, first party Nintendo game, right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, and it sold really well. I think it sold over 1 million. So
I can't argue with that.
For a hardcore JRPG, that half of this panel has no idea what it is. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And not the half you would think.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, really.
I still rate RPG as my favorite, and I haven't even played this yet.
Yeah. It is impressive on the Switch, though, the size of it. It runs well. Like, the frame rate's pretty good. There's usually, a lot going on. So, it's a testament.
All right.
Nice.
All right, Matt. Now tell me about Celeste. Give me the good stuff.
Celeste. So the game that I bought at full price, about 4 minutes before it went on sale forever.
Wait, what did you pay for it?
Like $25, but it's been like 19 or less ever since.
Yeah, I got it for 19.
That's all good. Honestly, like I would, shut up.
You can play my copy if you want. It's not any better than yours.
You know what? It's worth $25. It's one of those games where it's kind of hard to describe. I mean, it doesn't look like much when you first look at it, but the music is so good and the story is so good, and it's humorous, and the gameplay mechanics are really good as well. Very easy to learn, but very hard to get right. And it's got this kind of like almost, Super Meat Boy, like die 100 times and then finally get it right kind of thing going on with it as well. And it's just I want to keep playing it all the time. It's like I'll die 100 times and I'm like I'm good. Let's go. Keep going. Come on. And then it keeps track of your deaths as well, so you can just look back and see how bad you are.
Well, it's not even how bad you are. I mean, it's actually recommended that you just keep dying, because the more you die, the more you figure it out, right? So there's actually a part in the game where it says be proud of your deaths because you're learning from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's phenomenal. Like the little things where you're like, oh, I don't even know, so I just run and jump and hit a wall and die. And I'm like, okay, can't do that. Now I've died. I'm gonna try something different. Yeah. And before you know it, you've died 15 or 20 times. But now, okay, now I know what I'm doing. Now I just have to keep doing it until I can, get that last jump right, or where I can jump and hit that boost properly. And always, it's this close. You're always this close.
Yeah,
and it's very addictive.
Yeah. How far along are you in the campaign,
Matt?
I'm on chapter 4.
Okay.
So I'm past the hotel and past the. I'm near the end of the level, past the hotel level.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that far yet. I think I'm maybe middle of chapter 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chapter 2 is.
But I just got it a couple days ago, so I'm trying, fellas.
Yeah. Chapter 2 is my favorite video game song of the year.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh man, that's just such a haunting track.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I have no idea what you're talking about.
I sounds like you need to play Celeste. You're the only person on this panel that has not played this game yet.
Yeah, it's true. I looked at it when it was on sale on Switch, and I was like, like I want it, but I should save money, so I just got the one game for right now.
Okay.
I never really liked Super Meat Boy, so maybe that's why I was a little turned off to it. But I mean, all the praise is great. It makes me want to play it more, but we'll see.
I don't think anyone in this panel is much of a fan of Super Meat Boy. I know I was like, I'm never gonna play that kind of game, but then I heard so much good stuff about this one, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And it ends up being so much more than that because of the story, and I think it's the story, the visuals, like the presentation, the music, and like it really feels like you. And it's not just like I'm running through these levels to run through these levels. I'm climbing this mountain because I am super messed up on the inside, and I'm trying to find my soul throughout this.
Yeah.
It ends up becoming so much more than just like go from point A to B.
Yeah. And I also find too, like you said, about finding your soul and stuff, all the conversations you have taken at face value just sound funny and comical. But if you read them under the context of this is all psychological, it's in her mind, it's in everybody else's mind. And what they're talking about, isn't what they're talking about. They're talking about like depression and all these things, like these psychological issues and stuff. And, half of it is reading into all the conversations and really listening. And I find myself going back and talking to the same person like multiple times because they always have different things to say. And it's kind of, you hit it on the head. It's haunting. The game it's just very haunting.
Yeah.
And I find too, I can't go to sleep sometimes until I finish a level. Like it's like I got to beat it. I can't not do this. And it feels, and it's so rewarding when you figure it out. And I mean, a lot of people will use walkthroughs or your YouTube or whatever like that. But to try and figure it out on your own, there's something about it where you're just, okay, I can do this. Like, I don't care if it takes me an hour or, 2 hours, like, I'll do it. And when you finally do, it's okay, I'm good. I can go to sleep now.
Until the next day. Yeah.
Have you guys found any of the B-side levels yet?
Yes.
And
I don't know what you're talking about.
I found the tape.
okay,
Or one of them I think is a tape, but I actually haven't played it.
okay.
So what is the deal?
They are levels that are considerably harder than the main game.
Good.
Yes.
Great.
Just what I was hoping for.
I found the B-side for the second level.
That's the one I have as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I remember I found that on stream and I played it for an hour and a half. I didn't beat it. I died about 500
God.
times. Yeah, and I never got to the end, and I don't know how close I was to actually finishing it. But I was like, throw the controller mad. But I think it did help me out in the end. Like, the rest of the game seemed more manageable after that, knowing that, like, okay, there is nothing in the main campaign that is as hard as this thing right now. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want that extra challenge, and, like, you don't have to do it, or you can just turn on all the assists, which is another neat feature of this game, is that you can really fine-tune the difficulty based on, like, anything that's giving you a challenge. You can give yourself an extra jump. You can give yourself the ability to cling onto walls longer. You can give yourself an extra dash. You can even just turn on invincibility and plow through the game if you really wanted to.
I had no idea you could do any of that.
Oh, you can do all of that, and it doesn't penalize you at all for it.
Oh,
Huh.
Yeah.
nice.
That would make sense though with the story too,
Yeah,
right?
they
Yeah.
apparently they added it towards the end of the game where they're like, this is really hard, but we feel like we're saying something really important here that everyone should be able to experience in some shape or form. So
yeah,
they put all
for
that
sure.
stuff in at the end, and it's great.
I still like dying and trying again, I'll be honest.
I don't know if
You know
Right.
what's funny? What those little strawberry things, or what are they? Strawberries, I guess.
Yes.
The little Yep. The funny part that got me was I think it was somewhere near the beginning where it's like, you don't need to get these. They're like, but they're just so you can show your friends that like you're really good at this game. And I was like, God, now I need to get them. You know, it's like,
Don't tell me that.
yeah, you can't just say it's like you don't need to get these, but you're like super awesome if you get them, and you're like, oh, now I got to get them.
That's funny.
But and I like the fact that you have to pick them out wherever they are, and then you have to touch ground for it to count without dying. So you have to, wherever it is, you have to touch the strawberry and then get back and put your feet on solid ground before you actually get the strawberry. So there's a whole bunch of strategy that goes into that as well.
So it's not just jumping off an edge and hitting it by luck and
No, exactly.
keeping
Like
it
you got to
with
get back and live in order to collect it.
Nice.
So
I did not get that many strawberries, admittedly, when I played.
I think I've got like 14 or 15, and I'm on level 5,
okay.
chapter 5. So
If I was eating strawberries, I'd be very hungry.
Yes.
And so yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying Celeste, because I think it is one of the best games this year, and I think it does some really special stuff that nobody else is really doing right now. So
I think so as well. I think particularly the hotel level for me so far was probably one of the most, I guess, sort of haunting experiences, just with the innkeeper who, like, nothing's wrong, everything's great, and it's like, oh God, I hope she's okay with the hotel, and it's so messy, but it's really like his own personal baggage.
yeah.
It's cool. It's really, really neat.
All right. Before we get into the game show part, we have some administrative work to cover here. So,
Oh God.
at the end of the last episode, we were talking about Game of the Year, or the Game Awards, and how we were all going to make our predictions, and that would determine who the champion was. Well, you guys aren't supposed to see that. The only people to fill out the sheet,
Memorize it.
the only people to fill out the sheet were Matt and I. And if you look at the score, the final tally at the end, I got 13 and Matt got 7. Therefore,
Because I went with Spider-Man all over the place.
therefore,
Yeah, I didn't win like anything.
your new champion is me.
Yay!
And so, for the first time, I get the belt. And this is a bit of a problem because I'm also the one who makes the games. So we are going to have
You
to...
shouldn't be so smart, Jet.
Mhm.
You've smarted yourself into a problem, Jet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, the way this is going to work, and I don't know if this is going to be a forever thing or a just for now thing. Clearly, it is not fair if I participate myself. So I will have someone play on my behalf.
Ooh,
you
is
guys-
it Snorlax?
No.
Oh.
It's how do I describe this particular person? It's a legend in game design. You have probably prayed to this person on numerous occasions. The person that will be representing me in this game show is the one,
Is it
the only,
David
guess?
Hasselhoff.
Orange Jesus.
Oh, excellent.
Orange Jesus.
My
So,
God.
as you can see, all of you guys have your letter counters like this that I control. And Randy says, "Oh, you don't have to call me a legend." No, it's not you. The way this works is
Close,
that
right? Close.
Orange Jesus is tied to a random letter generator. So each time he answers, it's something different. All right? So it's a random answer each
God.
time. So
Okay.
do not let Orange Jesus beat you guys.
I was gonna
right
say,
now.
if we lose to Orange Jesus, we're just off the show, right? Like
Yep.
it's done.
Definitely.
You are replaced.
Yeah.
And so the game
gosh.
that you will be competing against Orange Jesus in is... Uh-oh, do I have that button? Did I put that? I don't think I put that button on the stream deck here. No, I didn't. All right, I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Ooh.
We are playing. Oh no! Wait, what is the? You guys can see the name there. It's the Game Awards 2014, and 2017. And
Yay!
after-
That's
oh,
a long
I know
game
why.
show name.
It's on.
Yeah.
Hold on. There it is. Game
Hey!
Awards 2014
There it is.
to
Hey.
2017. So the way this game's going to work is that there are 8 questions based on the past nominees and winners from 2014 to 2017. Select the winner, you get a point. Final question's worth 3 points, and the player with the most points wins. And I don't know what the tiebreaker is, so please don't do it.
I'll do my best to do a tiebreaker.
All
Yeah.
right. And so, are you guys ready?
We are.
Let's do it.
Sure.
And go.
Oh.
Jenna says, zoomed out, the Orange Jesus die looks like a sloth.
He does kind of.
He does look like a sloth.
Yes, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is from last year. Best fighting game 2017. Was it A, ARMS, B, Injustice 2, C, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, D, Nidhogg, or E, Tekken 7?
I have a weird feeling it's Injustice 2.
Okay.
No, that can't be. I just remember hearing a lot about Injustice.
Yeah. I think I'm also gonna pick Injustice 2.
Okay. Matt, how
That's
about you?
actually what I was going for as well. So Injustice.
Injustice 2?
Well, it's Needhog 2, guys, so get over it.
I really hope
Nidhogg
it's
is
not.
like a fencing game.
It's kind of like a fighting game, I guess. Yeah.
Also, for those in the chat, don't cheat. I know these are easy to Google. Don't do it. All right, and
I'm trying not to look at the chat.
Orange Jesus says D.
Tekken 7. Excellent.
Okay.
Hey, Tekken 7's pretty good.
Tekken 7's amazing.
Yeah.
From what I have heard and seen, I think the graphics in Tekken 7 look phenomenal.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
All right. The winner of Best Fighting Game 2017 was Injustice 2.
Yes.
Congratulations. Matt gets a point. Jason gets a point. John gets a point. Orange Jesus does not.
Woo. Woo. Oh.
We're just furthering your tiebreaker problem there, Jet.
Yeah. All right. Next up.
We're all gonna tie.
Best Family Game 2017. Was it A, Splatoon 2, B, Sonic Mania, C, Mario Odyssey, D, Mario Kart, that should be 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or E, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle?
Family game, as in
As in
rated
family.
game, or games that a family can play together.
Well, they're all of those things.
But these are this is the category from the actual game, right? Like from the actual Game Awards.
These are the
right?
actual Game Award
Oh.
nominees
Okay,
and
okay.
winners. So what won
I-
last year in this category?
I'm gonna say
Super Mario. I'm gonna say Super Mario Odyssey. C.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Oh, guys.
I know. Well, we know good
I'm-
games.
I'm trying to pick the winner.
It's either that or Mario Kart, but I don't know.
Just to be different, I'm going to go A, Splatoon.
A, Splatoon 2.
Family game.
Randy says, "See Mario Odyssey. I don't really consider it a family game though."
Mhm.
Also,
That's true.
RNGesus says, "A Splatoon 2."
Oh, agrees with Matt.
Jenna
I
says,
mean, it could be.
Jenna says if it wasn't Odyssey, then that's a shame.
Jen's right.
That's a fantastic game.
Winner is Super Mario Odyssey.
I feel like you took one for the team there, Matt.
Matt does not get a point, and RNGesus does not get a point as well.
Sloth.
We can. I'm gonna high five John.
Oh,
Yeah, wait.
hold on.
On the other side.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
There you go.
Oh, you guys.
All
I
right.
felt it in my heart, man.
Jason
Yeah, I
presents
know.
Best Indie Game 2016. Was it A,
Jesus.
The Witness, B, Hyper Light Drifter, C, Firewatch, D, Stardew Valley, or E, Inside?
This is really strange because I've played 3 of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
I
gotta
played
go-
3 of them too. I played Witness, Firewatch, and Stardew Valley. And Inside. I played 4 of them, to be honest.
Stardew Valley, wasn't that created literally by one dude?
yeah, one guy.
I,
Man,
I enjoyed Firewatch too, though. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say Firewatch. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Or Stardew Valley.
Oh, wait. John-
Firewatch, final answer.
Firewatch, final. Okay.
I'm gonna say Stardew.
Yeah. See. Ugh.
Yeah,
know,
I
'cause-
think
Like Inside's really good too. So
Yeah. Inside was good.
I've heard really good things about The Witness. So I don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna say Stardew Valley.
Stardew for the win.
Ah.
Okay. And RNGesus is going to say D, Stardew Valley. Everyone in the chat is
Ooh.
also saying Stardew Valley.
Oh no, it's gonna be Firewatch.
The winner was Inside.
Inside.
Oh,
Oh,
no
man.
one gets the
I can
point.
see why though.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. I never actually beat that game.
I haven't either, actually.
Yeah.
Played a lot of it, but I never finished it.
Hmm.
Which game? Inside?
Yeah.
Inside.
I've never even heard of it.
It's kind of like the pseudo sequel to Limbo, same company.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Limbo.
It's
Okay.
very dark and it's nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Complete side note, going back to Celeste, I saw something in the video I was running. Is Celeste the best video game about Canada?
What about NHL '94 or whatever?
I mean, that has America stuff too, but I think Celeste might be the best video game set in Canada.
I don't know. The Terrence and Phillips section of Stick of Truth is pretty epic.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll give it to Celeste, chat.
All right. Great.
Wow.
Here we go. Going back in time. Best music and sound design of 2016. Was it A,
Ooh.
Doom, B, Battlefield 1, C, Inside, D, Res Infinite, or E, Thumper?
Damn it. Inside soundtrack was interesting, but I don't know if it's the best sound design.
Yeah. I think I am gonna go with Doom.
I'm gonna go with Battlefield 1. Oh, that's true. That's true. Mass Effect 3 started in Canada.
Hmm. And Scott
Oh,
Pilgrim
that
is in
game's turned
Toronto.
out.
That's
That's
true.
true, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Actually, I'm gonna go D. Res Infinite.
Okay.
Do you even know what that is, man?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Randy says Doom, and Jenna says D because the title sounds nice. All right.
Thanks, Jenna.
The winner.
Uh,
RNGesus has to
So
answer.
RNGesus.
What do you say? He's going A, Doom. Okay.
Doom.
Winner is Doom.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you
All
go.
right.
Oh man, that game is a non-stop metal soundtrack.
Oh,
Let me
it is
turn
so
it on.
good. The music
Yeah,
is so
yeah.
good in that game.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
RNGesus gets a point, and Jason gets a point.
Yes.
Ah, you and
Same amount
RNGesus
of
are
points as
tied.
RNGesus.
This belt is coming to America. We're doing it.
One of you can actually think, too. Just remember that.
I know.
Yeah.
Also, where
RNGesus.
is- Oh, I don't have the belt graphic in this layout. Oh yeah, I do. Wait, oh, I know why. Hold on. Quick fix here. Oh, what am I doing? I think I just broke something. The chat looks
Uh-oh.
weird now. That's bad.
Huh?
Yeah, the chat went dark.
Oh, there's the belt. And where is the chat? Okay, there. Chat's fixed. Belt's
Yay.
out. All right.
Yay.
So I've updated the score, right?
You should put the belt around.
Yeah, you did.
Jesus.
Okay. And we can clear this. And yeah, RNG should be wearing the belt.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Okay.
God.
Best action adventure game of 2015. Was it A, Rise of the Tomb Raider, B, Ori and the Blind Forest, C, Batman? I don't think it was Batman Arkham Asylum. It should be probably the newest one at the time. Was it Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Arkham.
Arkham
Yeah.
Knight. Yeah.
D, Metal Gear Solid 5, or E, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Wait, who is that, John?
Yeah.
Okay. That is A.
I think I'll go with D, Metal Gear Solid 5.
All right.
Ooh, yeah, that's good too.
Well, Syndicate's like the worst Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I don't think it could be Syndicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do D as well. Metal Gear Solid.
Okay. And
Here's
Orange-
the comeback, boys.
Orange Jesus says D, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh man.
All right.
He's
If
gonna win.
RNGesus catches up to me,
Winner is Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. This is great.
Wait a minute, wait, I still have the same amount of points as RNG's.
nope. Oh yeah.
And Jason also gets a point.
Woo!
There it is.
There we
Since
go.
it's John.
There we go.
Right away with this, man.
All right.
I like it.
Next one. Best Shooter 2015. Was it
Come
Black
on.
Ops 3, Destiny the Taken King, Splatoon, Halo 5, or Star Wars Battlefront?
Ooh.
Mm.
Well,
Black Ops.
Battlefront 2 would not have won. So
Going Black Ops 3.
Oh man.
Battlefront. No, 2015. Oh, this is tough.
I know. I think I'm gonna say Splatoon. And go C.
A shooter, eh? You know what? Let's go. I'll go Star Wars Battlefront E.
Oh man.
down the wire.
Randy says Blops. Jenna says Star Wars Battlefront. And Orange Jesus says Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Winner is
RNG's right.
Oh god.
Splatoon.
Yeah!
Wow.
Jason gets the point.
Oh man. I feel like I remember that winning. I was like, yeah, that was such a surprise. Oh man, that's good.
It is quite a fun game too.
Oh man, yeah,
Yes.
Splatoon is great.
Launched a new franchise.
I played on the Wii U.
This is the second last question. Randy says, "What? Yeah, Splatoon won Best Shooter of the Year that year.
Wow. Stiff competition.
Best Narrative 2014. I believe this is the penultimate question. Was it Valiant Hearts, South Park, The Walking Dead Season 2, The Wolf Among Us, or Wolfenstein?
I absolutely loved Valiant Hearts. I'm going A.
Huh.
Yeah, Valiant Hearts is pretty good, but I don't
Hearts was an amazing story,
think it beat these guys.
but it's best
mean-
narrative.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
I don't know. It can't be Walking Dead. That one wasn't that good.
No, that season wasn't the good one.
I'm gonna say South Park. Stick of Truth.
All right.
Such a good game.
I'm gonna say Wolfenstein, New Order.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow. All right. Orange Jesus says B, South Park Stick of Truth.
Okay, Matt, you realize RMG
man.
is probably going to be better than you right now.
I thought Stick of Truth is fantastic. I just don't know if. I mean, oh, maybe. Who knows?
Matt,
Yeah,
look who
yeah.
picked it. Look who picked it.
RNGesus picked it.
Sure. But he's wearing the belt right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Winner is Valiant Hearts: The
Hey!
Great War.
Oh,
John
God.
gets the point.
I honestly
I'm-
went for my heart. I like that game. I'm like, that's a good story. That should have won, so that's why I guessed it.
I am not gonna lie. I don't know what that game is at all.
It's all about war. I think it's World War II, is it not, Matt?
It's
Yeah.
like a cartoon World War II, like
Side
side
scroller
scrolling.
kind of. You have to keep doing certain objectives to get through, like doors and things, and you meet certain people and have to help people and repair things and fix
Yeah.
tires on cars. It's very, it's really kind of busy work, but the story is what you're doing it for. and it's phenomenal. The story just alone, I would recommend just to play through the game.
Cool.
All
Cool.
right. Final question. Everyone is still in the game.
Oh.
RNGesus could tie Jason. Matt could tie Jason.
God.
John could win it. Correct answer is worth 3 points.
I hope RNGesus wins.
I hope I just tie Jason so Jed's worst case scenario comes true.
Yeah.
What
Jed and Matt
was-
need to get it right.
What was the game of the year in 2014? Was it Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, Hearthstone, Dragon Age, or Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor?
Oh, shoot.
I went with this one specifically because 2014 is a really weird crop of Game of the Year contenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Oh, man.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go D. Dragon Age.
Man,
I like that game. I thought it was great.
I know.
You know,
I'm,
yeah. I think either Middle Earth or Dragon Age, to be honest.
that's what I'm thinking too.
Don't forget, guys. Splatoon won Best Shooter.
that should have been game of the year.
I'm gonna
oh
go
my
with
God.
D too. I think I'm gonna go with D.
I've been leaning towards Middle Earth, so I'm gonna go with E.
And RNGesus says,
I hope he says D, and it's
D.
D.
Dark
No,
Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2.
all right,
RMGs.
Game of the Year 2014 was, and this is for the win, Dragon Age Inquisition.
No! Oh my God.
Matt gets 3. John
So
gets
Jay and I
3.
tied.
Hey, you can put it right around.
Oh,
my
John
waist.
won.
John wins. Congratulations.
Oh my God.
Yep, there it is. Congratulations, John. You get the belt
Oh my
back.
gosh.
Oh,
did
that
you guys
ended up
see
being
my
really close. That
Christmas
was
shirt?
good.
So close.
Oh,
See my
hold on.
Christmas-
Oh,
Wicked.
nice.
hmm
It's Christmas time.
That's
One of
great.
these days, I'm
Yeah.
gonna win that belt.
Jay, man, you were on a roll too. You were up.
No, I got
Yeah.
Splatoon and everything.
I thought today was your day.
Wow, just rub it in my face. Let's see how it is.
Guess you just go back to playing that Fallout 76, I guess.
Oh, you
Alright.
weren't.
I'm
Oh,
gonna-
All right, well, let's say goodbye to RNGesus. Thank you for dropping by.
Thanks,
Hopefully,
RNGesus.
better luck next time.
Yeah.
But until
Hopefully.
then,
Needs to bone up on his gaming knowledge.
yeah.
Mm.
Until then, I think it's time to end the show. Before we go, is there anything you want to plug, Matt?
So I just did an article for we're doing a gift guide on Biff Band Pop, so holiday gift guides. Every day they release something, kind of like lead you to getting a gift for somebody or introducing you to new things. So I did an article on this company called FanFit Gaming, who does a bunch of gaming merchandise, a lot of retro console stuff.
Mhm.
So mugs and flasks and
Show 'em.
Christmas ornaments and all kinds of stuff. So actually, I have it's upstairs. I can't really bring it down, but yeah, that's up on Biff Band Pop. I did a review of the second of 3 DLCs for Spider-Man. That is up as well, and the third one's coming sometime before the end of this month, I believe. So that should be up as well. And I've also got a review of, oh my God, Siberia 3 for the
Okay.
Switch. Spoilers, it's not very good.
But they've
Aw.
made 3 of them.
Yeah, they should have stopped at 0.
Oh wow, that should be your tag for the review. They should have
Yeah.
stopped
Yeah.
at 0.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 wasn't that bad, but 2
Okay.
and
Siberia 3 too many.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. How about you, Jason?
I'm in the middle of an article about 76. I'm just finishing up some little bits there, but I've been focusing a bit more on downstab.com, the Instagram, trying to get that as a thing. Also linked it to a new Downstab Facebook page I'm trying to start too.
Hey.
But just, whatever. Now without my computer, I can't really stream anything else. That kind of sucks.
Mm.
But just playing here and there. I anticipate playing a little bit more Smash, so I'll hopefully get online with Chad at some point and stream some of that. Oh, also the Overwatch stuff came out, so I got to play Overwatch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You'll stream that soon for sure. And John, anything you want to shout out or plug?
Not much, not
Okay.
much on my end.
Okay.
But I did want to say I did, having received your annual Christmas card, Jet. I just wanted to
First
thank
annual?
you again for having
Yeah.
first annual Christmas card.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin the
Yeah,
surprise.
don't
for
ruin it,
anyone
don't ruin
that's getting this card.
You got-
What's that?
No, I'm not gonna. What? But yeah, don't show him. Don't show him.
No, I just wanted to say thanks again for having us be a part of your gaming marathon there, because it was a blast, and
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you raised a lot of money, and that's or I guess we,
Yeah, we
as a
did.
team helped raise money, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. So yeah, just want to say you reminded me of it, so I just wanted to say thanks again, and that was a lot of fun. So
Yeah, thank you
Sweet.
guys for all helping out with that, and thank you for being a part of this whole crazy experience that has become Boss Rush. It's been it's the highlight of my streaming life, putting together the show and being able to chat with you
Aw.
guys about this, especially since like we did the podcast before, and I love that, and I really miss talking to you guys when that show ended. So I'm really glad that we can do this again, and we talked.
How
It's
long has it
definitely
been?
my, like,
How long have
top
we actually
20
been doing this
podcast.
for, Jet?
Sorry.
How long have we actually been doing this for? Since the beginning of recurring Bosscast?
I mean, I would say it's probably legit 6 years, because I mean that's when Jet friended me, was after we started Bosscast.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
It's also a
yeah.
milestone today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our 6
Six-
year Facebook friend anniversary.
Friend anniversary.
We'll
Yeah,
remember.
Bosscast went for like a bit over a year, and then
Mhm.
there was a really long break, and then we
Mhm.
started this with the Untitled video game show into Boss Rush. So we've done like 14 episodes this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot.
Yeah,
It's good.
Getting there.
yeah, it's
Getting
fun,
there.
and we'll be back next year formally announcing our games of the year. Hopefully, Chris and Rachel are able to join us as well. Fingers crossed.
That's my Christmas wish, is to meet them eventually. So
Okay.
hope we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll clip that last bit out and send it to
Yeah.
them, and we'll see what
Send it to them.
happens. They're pretty cool people, I must say.
Mhm.
All right. I think it's time to get out of here. John, I know you have to wake up super early, so...
Yeah, you do what you got to do. I'm having fun. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won a belt. It was worth it.
Yeah,
so.
you did
Yeah,
get the
I know.
belt. Keeping it,
Wait,
keeping
where
it
is
up
it? Yeah.
north.
Right.
Nice.
Oh,
Uh,
All right,
That's
so...
painful to watch, by the way, John. Just
yes, it was. I'm taking away my high five. Just take it back.
No, dude, damn it.
And because this is the
Uh,
last show of 2018, we will... Yeah, I just want to wish you guys, like, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will regroup in 2019.
Absolutely, man.
Hey.
Same to you.
You guys as well, man. That's awesome.
All right.
Yep.
Take it easy. Bye, guys. And